give you something you like. Give me mashed potatoes, and I'll turn on the light.
Hi, I'm Steve Yeager. I'm a local filmmaker. I made a film called Dinvine Trash, about John Waters, that won the Best Documentary at Sundance several years ago. I'm here this year for the 2008 Maryland Film Festival, introducing about 8 different films. And I'm also on a panel dealing with shooting on location in Baltimore. I love shooting in Baltimore because it's like one big back lot. We have a variety of locations, anything you'd almost want. So it's a lot of fun shooting here, plus the fact that with the Baltimore Film Office and the Maryland Film Office, they make it easy for you to shoot here. They cut through a lot of red tape, and they make shooting on location a lot easier than it is in other cities I've shot in. John Waters and I have been friends for, gosh, I guess over 30 years. And when I graduated from college, I went right to work for Maryland Public Television. And in those early days, almost anyone working there could make a suggestion as to subject matter or what to do for programming. So I said, why don't we do a series of half-hour documentaries on local artists? And my proposal was that I picked 6 artists, a painter, a sculptor, a poet, and a filmmaker I picked was John Waters. And he was just getting ready to shoot his first film in color, Pink Flamingos, right? So I said, hey guys, tell you what, let me borrow a camera. In those days it was film, we're talking like 73, it was all film, And I said, let me borrow a camera, which they let us do. I'll go out with a sound man and I'll shoot some footage of this guy, John Waters, most of them never heard of him, making his first film in color called Pink Flamingos. So I went out and shot about, I guess, 6-8 hours of John making Pink Flamingos. And the idea for the series never got off the ground. So since I paid for the film stock, I owned it and I kept it. Actually, I kept it in refrigerators for 23 years. But when I realized that 98 was the 25th anniversary of the release of Pink Flamingos, I went out to lunch with John and I said, John, you know that footage you said I'm never going to use? Well, here's the deal. I want to make a documentary about your early career. I want to call it Dinvine Trash. I'm going to use that footage I shot of you making Pink Flamingos, and I want your blessing in your Rolodex. He said, fine. And it took off from there. When Jed Dietz started the festival 10 years ago, I thought, well, this is a great idea to have a film festival in Baltimore. In fact, we used to have the Baltimore Film Festival for several years. In fact, the Baltimore Film Festival was almost started to show Pink Flamingos, back in 1973. And I'm not sure how long it lasted, but it had several incarnations, and then finally it folded. And then when Jed said he wanted to start another film festival, was going to call it the Maryland Film Festival, I said, that's a great idea. I mean, we needed to have a film festival in this city because there's a real film community here. And I tell people that it's so great to have a really quality film festival in my hometown, in Baltimore. Because if you go to other festivals, I mean, it's run the same way. It's run just as smoothly. And one thing that filmmakers seem to like is the fact it's not competitive. There are no prizes here. If we like your film, if we accept it, it's in the festival. And to have a quality film festival right here in Baltimore for the Baltimore audience and for the filmmakers from around the country, I think it's great, and I think it's just continues to grow. Not only in size but in prestige. I'm very pleased with my hometown.
Give me something I've heard of. I'll give you something you like.